Imagine having a young, influential audience who looks up to you for guidance and all you do to them is lie to make money.
I take 500 grams of sugar every single day of my life, and I have it with about 2 liters of milk. I do this because it grows my bones. Like, there's a reason I keep looking better.
Now, if some of you don't know, this is Nocturnal Kent, one of the biggest names in Looksmaxxing at the moment up there. Not necessarily as popular as Clav or someone like perhaps Androgenic, but they are friends and they do make collaborations together. Nocturnal Kent is known for his ascension from someone who looked, not necessarily the most attractive as a young teenager to now being a Chad or whatever, looking like Superman. You get my point, right? He's ascended. Now, he puts his ascension down to one main reason, and that's bone smashing. The idea that if you smash your face, I'm deadly serious, by the way, if you smash your face like this with a bit of force, what it's going to do is cause microfractures in your bones. And then if you spike your IGF-1, that will then thicken your bone structure. And then in turn, you can grow a better face, like better jawline, cheekbones and stuff like that, even brow ridge.
Bone smash here, bone smash here, from under here, my chin. It's that simple.
And if you want to know any more about him, he does IRL streaming with his friend Androgenic in Australia. And they try and clip farm kind of like Clavicular does, but it really falls flat.
They're clearly like sub 80 IQ. It's kind of finished for them. This is so beyond finished. Look forward. What's your maxilla like?
And what about the...
Like, mate, you're just trying way too hard. She doesn't care, mate. She does not care at all. Now, Nocturnal Kent has found himself in some hot waters recently because his TikTok account did get banned. That was his main social media platform. So he sort of lost a big amount of his audience. And that kind of shows in the fact that he's created a new account, but it hasn't got as much traction. Looksmaxxing is very superficial, so unless people do care about you, they're going to kind of move on to the next thing. But it's interesting to think, why did he get banned? Because the narrative that he's spinning doesn't really sound believable at all. And in this video, I actually want to go into the reasons for why his TikTok account was banned, or at least according to him anyway, and ultimately why he's lying to stay relevant. And trust me, I did do my research into this stuff. So trust me, this is freaking cooked. But first, here is a word from someone that we all know.
I would recommend to all of you, subscribe to Cal today and watch this young man keep bringing you the bangers.
Now, the narrative that Nocturnal Kent is spinning up was, okay, but this is kind of hard to believe, but hear me out on this one. So bone smashing works so well that he's taking money away from cosmetic surgery companies. So in turn, they've mass reported him and then his account got banned.
The surgery industry banned my TikTok account for promoting bone smashing and making their surgeries redundant. So I'm going to Thailand, flying there and confronting the surgeon himself on video. And all of you guys are going to get to watch. This will be a pretty intense series, but we're going to stop these surgeons from trying to ruin Looksmaxxing and try and just take the money and soul.
Is that really believable? That's literally like, for instance, hair transplant companies like in Turkey or whatever, banning companies from sending minoxidil and finasteride to, for people to maintain their hair. It's the exact same concept, except these things, minoxidil and stuff, actually work. Bone smashing freaking doesn't. It's cope, and it makes his freaking methods sound better than they actually are. And of course, if you were to look at his Instagram bio, he offers one-on-one coaching. My methods are so good, these companies are banning me from TikTok because I'm taking money away from them. Therefore, and he obviously isn't saying this, but therefore, if you get coaching with me, then I'm going to ascend you. And he's trying to incorporate other people into this narrative as well. It's not just me against them. It's the Looksmaxxing community against them. He's trying to act like a Robin Hood figure as such by saying stuff like, I owe it to the Looksmaxxing community. As if to say, like, we're in this together. Making it personal so that other people can back him, when ultimately, mate, it takes 2 seconds to realize that what you're talking about is a pile of crap.
And get to the bottom of this, and I'm going to make it a series, and we're going to get revenge on behalf of the Looksmaxxing community. Because I owe it to you guys, and I owe it to Looksmaxxing.
Because I owe it to you guys, and I owe it to Looksmaxxing.
But he doesn't just say this stuff, because he leaked some screenshots that he has of DMs from these people, as well as emails that they've been sending out to try and conjure this plan against Nocturnal Kent so they can get him banned. Oh, we need to get him gone type thing, if you know what I mean. And he spins up this narrative that, oh, these guys are like super villains.
These guys are literal supervillains, and they're coming for the Looksmaxxing community.
He's really trying to be like Clark Kent or Superman in his head. No, you're just a Looksmaxxer on TikTok. I guarantee you these freaking companies don't care about you. And I can prove it because these freaking images that you show are fake. They're literally fake. The freaking picture that you put of Dr. Safari or whatever you freaking call it, right, is fake, bro. I literally looked on Instagram, tried to search that guy's account up. It doesn't even work. I tried to get the Instagram handle as well of his clinic, if you know what I mean. So I searched up the name being Dr._Safari and the handle, right, his @ being Masculinity Expansion Clinic, and they don't exist. You even go on Google, they're freaking fake. I even got a screenshot of the guy's profile picture, Dr. Safari's profile picture, and tried to do a reverse image search. It was too low res for it to pick up on anything. So what I did is I used ChatGPT to enhance the image, and they created something similar to it, did a reverse image search, and they couldn't find anything on that as well. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not linked to anything, because again, that was so freaking low quality, but mate, it ultimately means that it's probably an AI freaking created image that he made in himself without it being a freaking stock image. Create image of fake doctor or something. And to be fair, I didn't even need to go that far into it when it came to that image. You can literally go on your Instagram DMs right now. Look at this image for a moment. Look at the freaking screenshot that he had of that DM and compare it to what you can see on your phone at the moment. The text on the screen is freaking warped and stretched, which makes it look incredibly stupid, and it just doesn't look realistic at all. It's not even one-to-one. He not only showed DMs, but he also showed emails as well. And I did some research into that. And the person, by the way, Stephen.Myers or whatever, bro, they just don't even exist. They probably do exist, but this person who's working at this said clinic just doesn't. Mate, also, they're just incredibly cringy as well. I can just imagine him freaking writing this out. Over the last several months, the board of directors and I have closely monitoring a concerning downward trend in our consultation volume. Oh my days. It has been clear that our practice is facing an unconventional threat. Oh my days. The proliferation of this misinformation is not merely a matter of public health, it's a direct assault on the economic viability of our surgical group. And the center of this movement is a specific digital agitator known as Nocturnal Kent. And they've put it in bold as well. Mate, to mitigate the loss of business and protect our market share, we are initiating a coordinated response. I'm directing all department managers to, and then it's cut off, in a mass reporting campaign against the Nocturnal Kent TikTok and social media accounts. We are reporting his content for harmful acts. Oh my days. It's imperative that we remove his platform to restore professional standards of facial aesthetics and redirect the public back to clinical care. Mate, it's so stupid. Mate, who comes up with this? He literally must have freaking came up with this with Androgenic or something. Either way, if these are real, there seems to be a company name on these emails being SSAI Limited. Or is it SSAAI Limited? Because if you look at the bottom, there seems to be a typo. There's no real coherence in this email at all. And I searched up both, and again, they don't exist.
So I owe it to you guys, and I owe it to Looksmaxxer.
Either way, after flashing this freaking crap on the screen of fake emails and fake screenshots of these companies who are really trying to take down this 20-year-old from bloody Australia who does freaking bone smashing, he tries to hype it up as if this is going to be some crazy series where he's going to take these companies down legally and all this stuff like that.
So I'm going to Thailand, flying there and confronting the surgeon himself on video. And all of you guys are going to get to watch. This will be a pretty intense series, but we're going to stop these surgeons from trying to ruin Looksmaxxing and try and just take your money and soul.
And so you'd think this is going to be crazy. He's going to land in Thailand and he's going to take the freaking company down and head first. He's going to go there straight away, right? Or not. Maybe he's just going to make a bunch of BP content like this on a freaking side of the road with Connor Murphy of all people. Mate, are we really taking these companies down or what?
This will be a pretty intense series.
And you would think, right, if this has impacted his livelihood, TikTok is his main profile which people know him on, because Looksmaxxer is not so popular on Instagram and YouTube, more so TikTok. Wouldn't you think that he'd be completely on this more? Wouldn't you think that he'd be trying to get this sorted and not be trying to make freaking mog content on the freaking side of the street with Androgenic and Connor Murphy of all people, mate? Like, to him, wouldn't this be more of a pressing matter? Like, at all? Either way, it's an absolute joke. And if this escalates some more, like, perhaps if they start making up some freaking skits or something like that, or if they genuinely try and take a business down, which isn't going to happen because it's freaking fake anyway, then I'm sure I'm going to make a follow-up video to this. But it does make me laugh the freaking extent that these guys are willing to go to get virality and to get people on their side for stupid methods that ultimately just don't even work.